Here we go!
Welcome to the P2 Power Play Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Wilson, alongside
Thiago Cucci.
Season 2.
Oh my goodness, this guest, huh? How many months we tried?
Long time.
Long time, but let's start with something.
Yeah.
Guys, si tú quieres mirar o escuchar en español, cambia ajustes y pone autotraducción en español. Si tú quieres en português, é só você trocar ajustes e colocar em português. If you want to watch in English, you don't need to do anything. Yes?
Nothing.
And now, can you introduce the big boss right here?
Yeah, we can. So this is a guy that just won the U.S. Open Cup with Orlando City. So he's a national champion, 24 years old, plays for Orlando City MLS. Benji
Michel! Thank you for coming, my friend!
Yeah. Like you said, we've been trying a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, that would be great, man. After you got the first title from Orlando City, that was last week, yeah?
Yes. Well, 2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. And we were there.
We were there. We couldn't see his goal, but
Missed his goal at the end.
we missed his goal. Born and raised in Orlando, so why you don't start how you start your career here?
How did I start my career here?
Yeah.
Well, it all started playing rec soccer. Then from there on, I went to Florida Rush. Then from Florida Rush, I went to a club that used to be called FC America. I think it's called like Global or Bayern something, or I don't know. GPS. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's right on Trotters Park. I don't know if you guys know where that's at. But from there on, I went to Orlando City Academy. And then from the academy, I went to Montverde Academy. It's a boarding school down in Claremont.
Yeah.
And then, from there on, after that, I went to college. And from college, I found myself at Orlando City's first team.
How was that?
I mean,
how they find you?
Well, obviously, I played in the academy, so they kind of just kept tabs on me. And as I started to do well in college, then they started reaching out and saying they wanted me to come in. And at that time, I wasn't so sure what I wanted to do, just because that I had a lot of talks around my name, and I was, honestly, I was trying to go to Europe because I've always wanted to go to Europe. But I knew if that didn't work out, I'd always have Orlando City to go to, and it just worked out perfectly. Everything happens for a reason. Sadly, I didn't go to Europe, but I'm still young, so I still have time. But then just decided to come to Orlando and sign with Orlando City.
How was this transition about GPS and Orlando City Academy? Like they did that for you, so they did the connections, or you?
No. My brother, he's probably my biggest advocate, you would say. He just like my mentor. He just knew where to put me in the best time. Like he was the one that call around and put me from this team to that team. Whenever he felt like I needed to progress, he would take me to another team. And that's where, he is the one. He is the reason who I am today, because of him.
Oh, nice. Does he live here? No,
he lives here, yes.
Oh, nice.
How old is he?
He is 45.
Okay, so he's a lot of experience.
He's a lot, yes. He's my legal guardian, actually.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
He took me in when I just started 6th grade in middle school. I don't know how old I was, maybe like 11, 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he took me in, and he just raised me from there.
Oh, nice. And when you start making money with soccer? This is a question that everybody want to know.
When did I start making money?
Yeah.
I started making money whenever I signed my first professional contract with Orlando City back in 2019.
2019. Mm-hmm. You were
21? Yes.
And you graduated from college, right?
I did not graduate. I left early.
Okay.
I did 3 years and I left early because at a certain point you kind of know in college, like for me, like I was always grinding and doing extra work because I knew that I don't want to be in college for long. I just wanted to find that path to get to the pro level. And, I was always grinding and doing work, and, I was granted to leave a year early. And in 3 years, I left college and signed a pro contract.
That was good.
Yeah.
I think your life is the real life here for everybody that is following us and watching us. There's a lot of kids, 16, 17 years old, preparing for this process that you did. You know, you are the proof that if you work hard.
Well, I was going to ask the question,
Yeah.
what sacrifices did you have to make? Because I don't think people realize to get where you're at.
People actually do not realize the sacrifice.
Yeah.
I think me being under my brother's household, you know, I sacrificed a lot because of him. Like, obviously, I wanted to go out with my friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wanted to party or drive, have a car. I think the biggest thing for me at that age, 16, like 15, 16, 17, is that's the age that, you know, are the most toxic years for a teenager. Is because, like, it's either you know what you want to do or you're just, like, messing around. So, like, I'm so glad at that age I didn't have a car because I would have been out with friends or doing things, but
Doing dumb things.
yes. But I was obviously, like, I was always training in my backyard because we had a park right behind our backyard. So I would be there twice a day. Like, I would even go before trainings at Orlando City. So, like, I sacrificed so much. I didn't drink. I still don't drink till this day just because that I just know what I want in life. I want to, you know, be the best that I can be. So
You don't drink. It's crazy.
even in college, like whenever I went to college, the first year I did party after the games, but that's if I felt like, you know, I earned it. Like if I scored a goal or if I
like
played
an
really
award.
well, yes.
Of course.
And you know, I went to a small school, so the parties weren't big. You would see the same people every time. So after the first semester, I didn't go out because I would literally see the same faces every time. So, and my friends would go out and drink, and I would just go just to conversate and meet people. But that's about it. After like an hour, I'll just be back home in bed.
Yeah, but now I think they realize they don't offer you anymore a drink because they know that you don't drink, and then
They know I don't. Some of my teammates don't believe me that I don't drink. I'm not gonna lie. The U.S. Open Cup Championship, I had half a bottle of champagne.
Secret.
Champagne. I had half a bottle of champagne, and oh my god!
I saw your live.
My stomach was
Turning, huh?
oh my god! I had like bubble guts or whatever. Oh.
You know, next day you guys train, no? Or to the
No, the next day we had like a little showing downtown.
Oh yeah, downtown.
Yeah, but we had day off. But yeah, I left early because after I had that champagne, oh my gosh, I didn't know what was going on in my stomach.
But the bottle was big, yeah.
It was a pretty decent size. It was a pretty decent size. Oh my, it was the most disgusting thing.
So had you chugged it or you were just taking sips?
I just chugged because like I came out early because they had like a little party for us up in the stadium, second floor, and everyone was waiting. And as soon as I came out, like, everyone was like cheering and they were spraying bottles, and I just
I saw. I don't know if you remember. You did a lot of lives.
yeah, I just
You remember all the lives that you did.
Yes,
One
yes,
in a restaurant as well.
Yes. Wait. No.
That was crazy, man. That was
Man,
really
that's
good.
funny. But so let me ask you a question because I don't think a lot of people know this about you in particular because I've been lucky enough to do work with you here at the arena, like individually and stuff, like your mindset. How did you get to a point where like things don't bother you? Because I think that's something that separates you a lot. Like you had other teammates come and I could see from them like they would be like, they'd make a mistake and be like, oh, and they go like this and get all upset. But like you're like, okay, no problem, I'm going again. Mm-hmm. So how did you develop that mindset to be like, it doesn't matter, I'm doing this is why I'm doing it and how?
I think in college, I learned a lot in college from my coach named Nick Harlan Voigt. He's always spoke to me about next play. What can you do next? Next play. Focus on the next play. That play's over. You can't get it back. And I've always, like, say, if I missed a goal that I knew I should have scored, I was just next play. Leave it. It's finished. You just reevaluate after the game's over. You do film. Yeah. But thinking about it while the game's going on, you just, like, drain yourself mentally and you just go down mentally instead of just thinking about the next play. Because let's say if you miss an opportunity and you're still thinking about the last opportunity, another opportunity comes and you miss it because you're still thinking about that last opportunity. Yeah. That's where, like, as a striker, you gotta have, you know, a killer instinct. You can't just think about the past. You have to
Yeah.
Here, what's next? What's next? What's next? How can I do better? What's next?
So you think you got that from college, or did that start before that?
It started in college.
Okay.
Before that, I was probably a bit pouty. I would be so frustrated with myself just because that I always had a high standard for myself, and I would keep myself accountable.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if I don't, then who else is going to keep me accountable?
It's on you.
It's on me. So it's like I had to learn that I can't always get mad about everything. I can't always get frustrated with myself if I'm not doing well. I have to focus on the next play, and that's what it's about.
Every time that we do this, we do a clip to highlight. We put as a reel. Zito is doing that. Oh, that is great.
Uh-huh. Well, it's interesting because like even today we were doing work today, and you know he would make a mistake, but he'd just scratch it and go right back. And it's like I don't see many players that have that type of like drive. Like they make a mistake and they're like, you know, I messed up. I couldn't believe it. But you're like, okay, done, move on. So like I admire that a lot because it's not many people have that trait. Like, hey, it's okay, and I'm doing it again. Makes a big difference being on the field.
Yeah, this is really good. And Benji, let's talk a little about your business. So what do you do as a side income generator?
I've actually started. So I would say I have two, but the second one is in the works.
In progress.
And it worked. It worked.
Oh, okay.
It worked. But I have to find out how to make it a legit business. So one is my trucking business. I started that back in January. It was my first time, you know, getting the truck on the road. You know, I have a driver that I pay weekly, but he gets paid by what he grosses every week for me.
Like a percentage.
A percentage, yes. He gets paid 25% of what he grossed. So let's say, on average, he would gross me $8K, and he gets
16.
He gets 25% of what he grossed, and that's after taxes. Not after gas prices. So like, because there's some drivers where they would take advantage and they would take the long way, because you can either pay your driver by miles, or you can pay him by percentage. And if you pay him by miles, let's say he has to pick up in North Carolina and drop off in Florida. If you pay him by miles, he would take the longest way just to get paid more money. But if you pay him by percentage after fuel, then obviously he would take
less cost.
So it's beneficial for both of us. It's smarter for the both of us. It's saving me money and it's saving him money as well. And let's say like, because if you pay a driver by after fuel prices, they would do whatever it takes to save as much gas. Yeah. They would not leave the truck running. Yeah.
They're not gonna press the gas.
They're not gonna step on it. So it's a lot of ways that you can pay your drivers, but I pay my driver by percentage. It's going good. There's a lot of ups and downs in the business. If you do not properly manage your trucking company, it can cost you a lot of money.
Oh yeah,
because
and you do.
Yes, because fuel itself weekly, I would be at $2,000 a week on fuel.
Wow, was more a few weeks ago.
That was when it was at its peak. Before it was like $1,200, but when the gas prices were at like $6, I was like shooting myself in the foot, like, oh my god, when is this gonna go down?
But you raised the prices as well, huh?
And that's the thing. These companies, they wouldn't want to. I would ask for more money because I would tell them like fuel is really expensive right now, and they would not budge. And it's either you
take the cost,
you take it, or
somebody else.
It's finished, or because it's first come first serve. And there's a lot of good contracts out there to pick up.
If you don't want, there's another one.
Yeah, these people don't really care. They don't really understand how.
So it's good. Like, we have a rock star MLS player here that invests on a passive income. This is very important. Mm-hmm. You have a great future, like, upcoming. I know you're going to be
successful
even more. Yeah.
But why did you get in that? What made you decide to do trucking or get into a side hustle? What drove you to that?
It's because you can't. I know you can't. I can't play soccer for a long time. So the faster I am, or the earlier I decide to get in business, the more of an understanding I have once I finish soccer. Just almost like a head start.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's really good.
But why? So what got you into trucking?
I had one of my friend. His His name is Anthony. He owns a trucking business, and it's safety money to make because these people, they need cargo to be transported, and the amount of money that he was bringing in from these trucks was insane. I was just like, how is that impossible? And he gave me the blueprint, but obviously I had to pay for the blueprint, and just went on from there. As of right now, I latched my truck onto his company because like the calls and the headache I was getting from it's a lot, and it takes me away from soccer a lot. Like, so I just latched onto his company, and weekly he pays me, and all I have to do is make sure the truck is in good condition.
Good condition.
Yeah.
She had any problems with the truck since she started in
Oh
January?
yes. Maintenance. Oh my gosh, I had this. My truck broke down maybe like 2 months ago. It broke down in South Carolina, and a lot of these mechanics, they take advantage of you. Like they
gotta fix this, gotta fix that.
Oh my gosh.
Especially if they know that you're a soccer player.
Oh my gosh, they take advantage of you. I had this one company. My truck broke down in South Carolina. He was saying, "Oh, this is messed up. This is messed up. This is messed up." So he how do I say it? How do we say it? So he governed my vehicle, like he governed my truck, so it wouldn't go past 2 miles an hour.
Oh my
Jesus!
So
then you had to pay him to fix that.
And then I had to pay him to fix that so he can degovern it.
Oh my.
And then he said he couldn't degovern the vehicle because the computer system was wrong. So I had to, and after that, I had to pay him. First, he had to fix it. Then he governed my vehicle. Then I had to pay him to degovern the vehicle, and then there was other extra stuff that he said. It all came out to like $10,000-$12,000.
Oh, jeez.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, what is going on?
Far away, you couldn't go there.
Yeah, and then he didn't end up fixing it. So I had to call Freightliners, the trucking company. They came to tow my truck. That's another $1,000 for them to tow the truck to the Freightliner, and then to fix it was $5,000.
Oh my!
So
goodness.
that month, I was just like, "Yo, what is going on right now?"
Pissed.
I was so upset, and in training, I was just like so like, when I was just drained, I couldn't sleep because I didn't know when or if my truck was going to be fixed, because also they had my truck was in South Carolina for like a whole month, and my driver
no revenue.
There's no revenue, and my driver is still in South Carolina waiting for the truck, texting me, when is the truck going to be finished, when is the truck going to be finished, and I'm
hotel,
you had to pay
and
for
I
his
had
hotel,
to
right?
pay for his hotel, pay for his food, and I just felt bad because they told me it'll be good on this day, and then it would not be fixed, so I had to give him more money for his hotel. And also, not even that. The worst was I had a contract. I had a load on the trailer that I had to deliver that was stuck there for a month. So they kept calling me like, "Yo, where you at? We're going to call the cops on you. You're stealing our stuff." I'm like, "Yo, listen to me. Like, here's the screenshots of the guys that I have. They have my truck. I don't have my truck." I said, if you want to find someone to pick up your trailer, you can come do that. But like, here's the trailer right there. They have my truck. They're not fixing my truck. I don't know what's going on. And they just kept blowing me up.
Jeez. It's crazy. So if you want to start a truck company, please contact him because he already knows the things.
Honestly, if it's done well, like I said, you make a lot of money.
How much is a brand new truck?
Brand new truck is, you're looking at
1 million?
120,000.
Oh, yeah. What is your advice? Buy a new one?
My advice is, if you can buy a new truck, buy a new truck, because you wouldn't have to worry about any problems in the very beginning. And then, if you want, you can sell it. And you can sell it for like 90,000, 80,000.
So it's not a big loss.
So it's not a big loss.
After you make the money?
After you make the money, it's not a big loss at all.
So yeah, if you're looking for this kind of business, please contact him. There's a lot of good advice here.
And the second one I did was Frenchies. I have a dog, and she had a litter. She had a litter. And, it sucks that you say you make it a business. It's not really a business. I mean, it is a business.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had a litter of 5 puppies, and I've made 26,000.
Oh,
26,000
puppies,
on puppies.
business.
Yes.
Jeez.
What is the breed?
What's the secret? Frenchies.
There's just breeding. Obviously, you have to find the right Frenchies to breed. Like my dog, she's a Merle, and I found a Frenchie that
It's expensive.
the Frenchies are really expensive. Like the guy that I got the dog's semen from, that dog itself is $40,000.
Wow.
Yeah, that dog is $40,000, and he made that back in like a month.
It's what? Is a gold dog or what?
It's a Chinese Frenchie. He has like some. He has like
we're in the wrong
he
business.
has magician in his body.
That's
he has
funny, man. I never knew you could make so much from dogs. That's crazy.
I sold one for 8,000.
Oh my goodness.
One dog, yeah. That's one was like.
So
8,000.
this
but
guys,
you knew that
forget
ahead of
about
time,
the truck.
right?
I knew that ahead of time. I knew I was gonna make the money by having this dog.
Forget about the truck, guys. Cut the truck.
And
skip.
to do everything like the surgery and to get the dog's juice, it was cost me around 2,500. But like the profit, I made.
But
That's crazy.
Where you breed them? Like in your house?
No, went to the vet. Went to the vet.
So you had this all planned out.
I had it all planned out that she was going to have puppies, 100%. And I knew it was gonna make money because I bought her for $6,000. My dog cost me $6,000.
Yeah. I told her I just bought a dog as well, and it cost me a lot of money. Vet, the vaccine, all the thing. Did you do the vaccine before selling or not?
I did one of the vaccines. Yes, I did. It's called. I don't know, but I did one of the vaccines. It was like 200 for everything for all of the 6 puppies.
It's crazy.
It's
a good business there.
It's nothing. But what I did was, I sold one of the Frenchies. No, actually 2 of them, 50-50. 2 girls, I sold them 50-50. One I sold for both I sold for 4,000. But it's 50-50 profit. So let's say if they have kids, I get 50. I get 50% of the kids. Yeah. So because they didn't pay full price, they paid half price. So whenever
supposed to be more.
So whenever they have kids, they sell it and I get half of that profit.
It's per contract. You did a contract.
Yes, they already know.
So this is the key, man.
It's
nuts.
It's a dog. Like she's company. She's your friend. But then when she gets pregnant.
And she will get pregnant.
Yes.
Okay, so
the key is finding the right breed to.
The key is finding the right breed to because let's say like there's the lighter your dog comes out, like they have some that's like Merle, has some that's lilac Merle. It's just the key of finding the right breed to make like the exotic Frenchies. That's what they call them, exotic Frenchies. Funny, man.
I saw one that is teacups.
Oh, the teacup Frenchies?
It's that big, like that.
Yeah.
You're selling for 6-7K.
That's nuts, man. So when you bought the Frenchie ahead of time, was that the plan from the get-go?
100%. 100%. I'm like, hold on. If I buy a dog for $6,000, I'm not the only person that's buying a dog for $6,000.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a no-brainer.
Is AKA register all that thing?
AKC registered, yes.
Yeah.
AKC, yeah.
I was studying that thing.
She's pure breed AKC
And the guy was like, Thiago, you want to buy this? There's an AKC thing or 2,000, like half price without. Without.
No. Oh, you bought it without?
Yeah, without.
Really?
I don't, yeah.
Because a lot of people do care about the dog being pure breed. That's like very important to people as well. Like they need to see the AKC.
To sell. Yeah.
To sell, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it sells for more. Because if they do not have the AKC papers, then they don't want the dog.
Okay, I'm gonna return.
How old is your dog?
She's about to turn 2.
You gonna do it again?
I probably won't do it again for her. But that's why I did 50-50 on the 2 that I sold.
Oh,
so that
makes sense.
Because like when it happened, like she was down bad. She was like crying, and I was just like,
five puppies, huh?
Yeah, I was like, whoa. I don't think I want to do this ever again. But yeah, now she's good now. But before she was just like really tired and stuff like that.
How many times you can do that?
With Frenchies, I'll say maximum 3 times, just because these dogs are very fragile. They're very
exotic, like you
they're
said.
exotic, and they're very prone to like getting, something happen with them. Like,
With 4K, you can make probably 60K on this, on the whole life.
Easy, really easy.
Plus the other family.
Yes. I'm telling you, it's easy. The guy that I got, the guy's Frenchie that I got him for, that I got the juice from, he like I said, he bought the dog for $40,000. He puts on Instagram, I have 5 slots available, like obviously to sell the dog's juice, and each slot is going at $2,000.
Oh my goodness!
So 5 slots in a week, that's $10,000.
She'll sell what, the
dog
juice?
Yes,
the juice. Let's say sperm. Can you cut that? There's people that don't understand about the juice. Shit, man.
I didn't want to say it, but
people are throwing away for free, man. Jesus Christ. YouTube may cut this part, but that's fine. Jesus
but
Christ.
yeah, he's done it like, and the dog. So the thing about the male dogs, like after you do it once, they need to do it again or they get depressed. Like you need to.
The male dog.
It's like
male
a human.
dog, yes,
like a
or they
human.
get depressed. So that dog he's ready to go whenever. So the owner would put out like,
Hey, come get it.
5 slots available. Like, I got 5 slots available this week. Let me know.
This guy's like a horse.
Hours later, all 5 slots are full, and that's $10,000 right there.
Jesus.
$10,000. All he has to do is drive or go to the vet. They get it done. They sell it, and he gets paid. That's $10,000 right there.
I'm in, Benji. I'm in.
In a week.
I'm in on this business.
I'm telling you, it's literally easy
It's
money.
nuts.
It's easy money.
Yeah, you just got the money up front.
You just have to have the
And
right dog.
Well, what kind of dog does he have?
He has a tan, brown and tan. His name is Burger. He's a big boy. He's like very thick and very stocky. Yeah, he's
And he bought him for $40K.
$40K.
Jeez.
$40K.
But he can sell the juice for $2K a piece.
$2K a piece.
And he's got almost unlimited.
That dog can go for rounds. I'm telling you. I wish I had.
It's like a whole stage.
Oh my god! Because I watched it live, and after he done it, he was like so happy, like jumping around from side to side. I'm just like, oh my god!
I'd be happy as well. Like, Jesus,
man.
selling the juice.
Jesus.
So Benji's selling the juice. Let's come back about the soccer thing.
God, that's
Kaito,
funny,
I know you have some technical questions. I'm sorry. It was very important to talk about the passive
it's good.
income.
It's funny, man.
This is really
That's
good.
crazy. Yeah.
2 ways as an income. So you guys, I think we were talking with Tasho about business as well. He's very smart on this business, on the business that he does. But this thing about the dog was very genius.
Yeah.
Like, truck is really good. Don't get me wrong,
But the dog is just easy. It's so easy.
yeah.
They're your pets. It's a pet.
Yeah.
Like they're there. You just take them to his bathroom. You take them to the park.
Just take care of it.
Just take care of it. It's not high maintenance.
Yeah, but you gotta like it.
Yeah.
Where did you buy your Frenchie?
Bought it down in Miami as well.
Okay.
Yeah, down in Miami is like, it's like Frenchy world over there. Like whenever I went, oh my
People
god.
love French.
Yes.
Yeah. But here I heard the Petland, there is a store they call Petland. I'm saying that, not you. That they shut down. I think Orange County,
Really?
yeah, we were there to buy the dog. They closed. So not a lot of people can breed dogs nowadays. I think they are accepting the ones that is at home or more like a house-made. I don't know if they can do like that.
Yes.
But yeah, this is good. So I'm going to talk with you about this
You're gonna have
business.
to, off air, think about how to do that. I literally had no idea you can make that much money from dogs.
No.
That's crazy.
Minimum, a male Frenchie goes for minimum for $4,500. That's just one dog. Minimum.
I had no idea. Nuts, man. But bringing it back to the soccer side, I want to talk kind of about your Orlando City experience. So you've been there for a couple of years.
4 years
now.
4
years. And a lot of people say, oh, I want to be a pro. And what is it like the day-to-day? Like, what do you do every single day as a pro? What does your life look like?
Well, honestly, you have to have a schedule. Like, you have to keep yourself on a schedule. That way it's like boom, 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 boom. You're gonna know what you're gonna do from the day you wake up to the night you go to sleep. Because if you don't, you're just not. Your body's just not used to what you're gonna do.
It's like a rhythm.
It's like a rhythm. It's a rhythm.
So can you give an example of your schedule since you brought it up?
Let's say, so sometimes they will give us our schedule ahead of time. Let's say Mondays, let's say we had a game on Saturday. Sunday, they'll give us a day off. Monday, it's re-entry. We would do jogging. We would do soccer, tennis, a little bit of possession. And then we go home, massage.
So light day.
Light day. And then Tuesday is the day we get after it. Tuesday and Wednesday are the day we get after. We play a lot of small-sided, 11v11. And then those days they kill us when they kill us on those days. Tuesday and Wednesdays they kill us on those days. And then Thursday it's mainly it's mainly game preparation. So we would watch film on the other team, and there's two teams. There's obviously the starting team and the other team. We're trying to play like our opponents. Let's say we're playing at Atlanta. The other team would play like Atlanta.
Oh. So this is on Thursday.
It's on Thursday, yes.
Oh, they watch how they play
We
and
watch
they
how
try
they
to
play,
simulate.
and then we simulate.
Oh, nice.
And then Friday would be like tactical work, like going through set pieces. And then that would be very light as well. It would just be going through set pieces, making sure we're ready for the game. And then Saturday is game day.
So if you survive Tuesday and Wednesday, you're good. So you just
you have to suit. Tuesday and Wednesdays are the days that everyone is like, I need to be on the starting lineup. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to be on the starting lineup. And the thing with Oscar is like he gives players chances. If you prove yourself in training, you will play.
How many people are on the roster for the first team?
30, I believe.
30.
Yeah.
For 11.
For 11.
Shit.
And how many people do you have to compete with? Because you usually play as a 9, a 7, or 11. So how many people are you competing with directly?
Whew. I'm very versatile, so I can play 9, 11, 7. Shoot, I'll even play wing back sometimes.
I was going to say, we watched the game.
I even played right wing back
before the
sometimes.
U.S. Open Cup you were playing. Ruan came off and you went on for it.
Yeah, you play right wing back sometimes. So
Goalie, never?
Yeah, so good thing the good thing about me is that I'm very versatile when it comes to the game, but obviously I like playing striker the most. But yeah.
How long you guys train per day? Like
I would say maybe an hour and 35, hour and 30 at
very
max.
intense. Yeah.
That's like the most intense days or like quick and sharp or in and out.
It's like Tuesday, Wednesdays, what?
Tuesday and Wednesdays are like in 45 minutes to an hour. Like where we're just going after it.
So it's kill or be killed.
Yes.
Yeah, you can recover Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If something happened, you're still good to the game.
Man. And then what happens, like, because there's times that you're in the lineup and you're not in the lineup. How do you, talk about mentality again, how do you react to that?
There's two ways you can react to it. You can complain and pout, or you just get on with it and just make sure you're ready. And I think that for me, the last 3 years, I've just worked my ass off and make sure I was ready whenever my name was being called, because I was playing left wing last year, and that's Nani's position, and Nani's he's played that position all his life. So I was in the battle with Nani, and that made me better. That made me stronger mentally, because I would be competing with Nani.
Yeah, with his history.
His history and
That was good.
And, you just saw Nani's class.
Yeah.
The way he played for us, he's just an amazing player, and I learned from him. I learned a lot from him as well.
I tried to play foot mesa with him for 5 minutes. I was like, man.
Yeah,
This
really
guy's
good.
different.
He's really good. But this year, I think that I kind of took a step back. I was kind of upset when I did not start, and I would pout, and then I just sat back and realized, what am I doing wrong? Why am I not focus as I used to, and I realized like I just been pouting and getting upset with myself, and that's when I just switched it, and I just like, okay, I need to be serious. Fuck it, I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna grind.
Yeah.
And that's what I was always successful when I did it in the past, and now don't complain. I would get upset sometimes whenever we would lose like a small-sided game, but that's okay. You can get upset at losing because no one likes to lose.
In practice.
Yeah. No one likes to lose in practice. But I just put my head down and work.
Have you ever? I'm sorry.
Good idea.
Have you ever thinking giving up? Because as a business owner here, we always
No, I can't give up. I don't think I can't give up. What I do is it's not just for me, but just for my family as well. To help my parents out, especially my mom. I just can't give up. I've came too far. I've done so much sacrificing. Giving up is not an option for me. It's not an option.
Don't give up, guys. Don't give up.
Yeah.
It's a constant grind. Yeah.
Giving up is not an option because if I fail, like my thing is like, if I give up and I fail, like who am I gonna have to? Who's gonna catch me? Who can I lean on? No one. So therefore, I got to do whatever it takes.
You don't have plan B.
No, there's no plan B. There's only plan A. So throwing all my baskets into this. Obviously, I'm starting business early, but soccer is my main focus.
And then in terms of the roster, because you said like during the week you guys compete to get a spot. Mm-hmm. When is the roster actually announced for when who's starting and who's not?
You kind of get a sense on Thursday.
Yeah.
Of the guys who's starting, but then you actually know on Friday who's starting. But you kind of get a sense on Thursday because
he's moving people.
He's moving people around. He's giving players more chances, and so Thursday you kind of know.
And then Friday you said he makes the actual list and says,
Friday when the list is done, it's done.
And you guys go together when it's local games or no? You go with your car, stop there?
No. We go together. Whatever we do, we travel together.
Always together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I saw some pictures like players getting out of the car, but no, you guys go together.
Whenever we play at the stadium, obviously we would drive to the stadium. But like let's say if we have a game in Miami, we would all drive to the facility, and then the bus would take us to the airport, and then we would fly.
Miami, you guys fly?
Miami, everywhere we fly. We don't drive. Preseason, if it's like Tampa, we would drive.
Yeah.
But like if it's like once it's in season, in the MLS team, we would fly. Normally,
you guys finish the game and go home.
Yeah, and it's so trash.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's right. Well, some guys like it because they want to be with their families, but me, I would like to, see the city, explore the night, see how, just get the vibe of the night. That's it.
Yeah. Tell me about your backflip. Did you train? You did some gymnastics or
no,
how you do that?
No, I didn't do gymnastics. Growing up, me and my brothers, we were just bad kids. My cousins, we would just be doing things that we weren't supposed to be doing backflips off fences, doing backflips off walls. We were just rebels, and
it's a trademark. It's a staple.
That's good. Yeah. Everybody knows that the cowboy. And what about the cowboy?
The cowboy.
Yeah. How this thing starts and.
When did he do the cowboy? Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
Last year, you did.
Last year, yeah. I don't know. I scored a goal and I went to go celebrate. And the guy, I saw a cowboy hat, and he was like, "Here, take it." It's like, "Oh, okay, I'll take it." And that's when the cowboy celebration came. I would love to do that celebration again. So
it's fun.
I just have to score and grab the cowboy hat again. That would be fun.
That was really good. Cowboy is your trademark. You should
the second one.
The second one.
It could be yes. It could be yes.
Definitely.
I got to score and run away with it. So
it's like Ruan with the flash thing.
Yes.
I think this is very sellable.
Yeah, definitely sellable.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But I do want to ask you, since you talk about like traveling and going with the team, who's the hardest team you played against? Toughest opponent, yeah. With your 4 years of experience, who's the toughest team you played against in the MLS?
I would say the toughest team would be New York City FC because they play really good football. it's difficult because Philly today, or not today, but this year,
Hard, huh?
oh my God, they're like machines this year. I don't know what they got going on in their system, but they are just machines. When we went over there, they didn't give us no break. They just goal after goal after goal after goal. They didn't care. They
kill.
They didn't want to keep possession. If they have the opportunity to kill, they're gonna kill. They're going to kill, and that's what they do. And that's what they did. They beat us 5-1. They had the opportunity. They saw it and they pounced on it. Because what's the point of
Passing the ball?
Kill.
They had the opportunity and they just kept coming. They kept coming. And they're doing really well this year. They're in the spot of fighting for supporter shield. So it's killed or be killed.
Kill strategy, Silzito. See?
And then second point is, or second question to that is, toughest player that you had to play against. So whether you're playing wing or as a 9.
I think the toughest player I had to play against, there's 2. Ike Opara, he played for Sporting Kansas and played for Minnesota. And also Miles Robinson. Because those guys are just freaking natures. Because most center backs aren't fast. They're just, they're big, strong. But obviously, me, I'm kind of quick and shifty. I can, maybe be a step ahead and, outsmart them. But, Miles Robinson and Ike Opara, they're
fast.
They're fast. They're strong. And, oh, my gosh. It's I always had, difficulties when playing against them. They're really good players. They're both national team players. Ike Opara doesn't play anymore, but Miles Robinson, obviously, he got hurt, so he should be in the World Cup roster. But if he was healthy, he would have been there. He's a really good player as well, and he's young. He's my age. He's 97.
Benji, what is your dream with soccer? What are you planning for yourself in the next 5 years?
My dream with soccer, obviously, is to go to Europe and make the most money as possible. Because I want to get my parents, like I said, I want to put them in retirement. So my dream with soccer is to go to Europe.
With team?
In league, maybe Belgium, France, Turkey, Germany, those leagues.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good, Benji.
Yeah. And then let's ask this question. So, because I want people to hear this, especially kids or parents that are listening, what's the lowest point you've had in the game? So, in your career, what's the lowest point you've reached and why?
The lowest point I've reached was, let's say, missing an easy opportunity, or
can you divine one point where you're this was the lowest point in my career, and this is why?
Let's see. When did I have that point in my career? I don't know. I think in college I had that lowest point where I had an opportunity to win the game on a penalty kick. I missed a penalty kick, and they went to overtime. And I had another opportunity to score 1v1.
Against the keeper.
Against the keeper. I was through on goal, and I hit the crossbar.
Aye.
And they scored in overtime, and the game was over. And those are really big games. Those against a really big school as well. And that was my lowest point. I was not myself. I couldn't sleep. I would just replay. I was in bed. I would replay those plays in my head. Because I scored that game. Scored the first goal of that game. And I had a chance to put the game away, and I didn't. And that night, I was just in my head. I couldn't sleep. And I don't know why. I don't know if I wasn't focused that day, or I don't know what was going on, but that was my lowest point. And it took me a while to get off of that, to get out of that, mindset. And, the only thing I could do was to work, do extra work, just the mistake that I made, do it again in training.
Maybe it was this day that you learned how to keep going.
Yeah, I think that was time that I had to, fuck it, get up, do it in training, training, more finishing.
Yeah.
That was going to be my next question to you is like, how important for you do you feel like doing isolated work, whether it's finishing or receiving a ball? Do you feel like that's an important piece to your game? You need to work on it, or
it is very important because obviously you train as a team and you don't really work on the things that you would like to work on just because it's team training. But obviously, you should know yourself and you should know that you have weaknesses as a player, and you need to polish those weaknesses as much as possible. Just because it's difficult if you don't do extra work. Like, it feels like you feel good about yourself as well, knowing that okay, I got that extra work. And obviously, you got to know what you want in life. You got to know your goals and aspirations as a player. Where do you see yourself, and how do you see yourself getting there? Because every player has their own path. Some players they get it right away. Some players they're there, and some players they just need time. They need work. Like me myself, I feel like I'm not that. I'm gifted with like my speed, my strength, my abilities to just being a freak in nature. But I feel like if I don't grind and work on the extra technical work, the things that I do, then I won't be as dominant as I could be.
So do you finish like team training, then you grab a bag of balls and ask a coach to work with you? You just grab a bag and go out and do it? How does that work?
I would ask the coach to work with me, but then again, it's tough because if someone sees you doing work, they're like, okay, fuck it, I need to do some work too. So like there's times where we'd have like 5 or 6 extra guys, and it's good that we want to compete and get better, but it just sucks that because sometimes you need that 1v1.
1-on-1.
You need that 1v1 training just to
But you want focus. Attention.
Yes, you need that 1v1 attention to focus, because it's just like if you don't get it, everyone is just like fucking around and training, and I just don't like that. If I'm doing extra work, I'm doing extra work. I don't want to mess around, and I don't want to
distract.
Yeah, so you need that 1v1, you and the coach and the balls. That's it.
That was good, huh?
That was very good, yeah. That's a good point.
1-on-1.
Because there's only so much you can get out of a team session. There's things that you, like you said, you need to focus on, break down. How can you improve? And that's definitely going to make a big difference in the field.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes now. Kaito, you have any final?
I do. I want to ask, on the flip side of the lowest point, what is the highest point you've had in your career?
The highest point was definitely the U.S. Open Cup.
Oh.
Vamos!
The highest point was definitely the U.S. Open Cup.
Getting that, we want to award you for that. For the goal that we couldn't see. Understand? This is the medal. The High Soccer Arena one.
Thank you.
This is for you. Thank you for bringing this home.
Perfect.
And yes.
Yeah. And what did it feel like actually lifting the trophy, being a part of the team that won, playing?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I mean, a lot of emotions going through
Back
my head.
to the stadium.
Not just my head, just like the players in the stadium, and my family was there. That was probably the biggest. Yeah. Like the biggest, the happiest part of everything, just because that, what my brother, because me and my brother and I, we go way back, and he's like he would always, I think what made me better was because whenever I would have a game, I would get criticized a lot, and he didn't take up any shit with me. If I had a good game, he would tell me I had a good game. But whenever I played bad, I would hear it.
So you knew?
I knew. Whenever I would play, like, every game, there was always something that he would tell me I did bad on. And when he told me, I would always, get in my feelings. But I think that just made me stronger.
That goal in the very last minute was crazy.
And just to score that goal and just to see my brother jumping. He actually fell, too.
Oh.
He fell. I looked up in the suite.
You were able to see him?
Yeah, and he was, jumping and celebrating so much he fell. And that was just, the highlight of my day, scoring that goal and looking up and seeing my mom, dad, and my brother.
Nice.
But, yeah, that day was just, it was a dream, And I don't know, it's just hard to wow, that really just happened. Yeah. It was hard to take in.
That was the first trophy, right?
That was the first trophy, yeah.
So hopefully it's the first of many.
Yeah, maybe the sensation of everything that you did was that day that pays off. Yeah, everything that you
and all that moment, you know, I came in, assisted, I drew a penalty, I scored a goal. All that just came from months of grinding. Months of grinding just for that.
For the one moment.
For that one moment. And that's where people don't understand that they would do extra work and they'll say, well, he's not going to come, so they just stop grinding. And that's not how it is. You have to trust the process. You have to prepare yourself for that one moment. And that one moment came from months of training, extra work.
I was going to say, because when you came on, you stretched the game. You guys had a target forward on. The ball, you know, was trying to find his feet, and you were making the runs behind, so you were stretching the whole game.
And that's what we needed.
Yeah.
That's what we needed.
Yeah, it was a good sub, and you made a huge difference coming into the game.
It's really good. Really good, Benji.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Any other question? We have a lot of questions here, but we got to be short with this.
You know, one point we were talking about on the field earlier when we were training, and I want to get your opinion on this. And you mentioned that at Orlando City, there's only like 4 to 5 guys that are actually American that are on the first team. Why do you think that is? And how does that impact you when you play?
You know, I guess because, you know, in the soccer in America, we weren't as dominant as you know, it's not the only sport.
Not the primary sport.
South America and Europe, that's their primary sport.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, we're a little behind. So, you know, and this league wants to grow. So they bring in a lot of South American guys and European guys to make the team better. And the focus is not really on American guys. I mean, now it's kind of getting better, but like every team, there will only be a handful of Americans on the team. And, you know, I'm one of the few Americans on the team that would start and not even start, but play.
Yeah.
We have some homegrowns that are young and they're Americans, but they don't play. And it's just like, you know, something that I don't really think about just because soccer, but like, you know, it's tough because these guys that are coming in, they're like, they play for their youth national team.
Yeah.
Some even play for their senior national team. So it's just like, it's tough. And they're obviously they're older, they're much experienced, and they played at a higher level. So I'm competing with that.
It's like you mentioned about Nani.
Like I mentioned about Nani, like this guy,
Crazy.
Nani. It's Luis Nani. How do you not know who Luis Nani is? So it's like, I'm actually glad that I was behind him. So I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him as a player.
And how was he like in training? Could you just tell, like, hey, he's completely different? Like touch and
Nani wouldn't display himself like that just because he's an older player and, you know, obviously he needs to save his legs for the game. But like you can tell when Nani was on his game and training, you'll be like, oh, wow.
It's different.
This guy's class, his vision, his quality is just on another level. And I love playing against him. Like whenever he played winger and I played striker, I love because like he knows where the ball has to be and he knows where I have to be. And there's times where we weren't on the same page and I would pick his brain and he would say, this run, this is the run, this is the run. You make that run, I'll give you the ball. And there was times where the ball was just there for me.
Make it count.
Yeah.
Like you said, something different.
So you guys play versus the academy, yeah? The kids there.
Sometimes we play against, like, whenever we would do 11v11.
Yeah.
Sometimes they would bring in the academy team and they would play like let's say we play Atlanta. The academy team will play like Atlanta.
Oh, okay. Can you give me one name that in your opinion would be the next pro to play with you guys?
His name is Fabian.
I know who it is.
Yeah, he's
something like that.
He's
Fabian.
Yes, he's a really good player. He scored against us. He scored a crazy goal against us.
I saw it.
He like took on like 3 players and then banged it in top corner. I was like, wait, who is this kid?
That's funny.
But yeah, he's a youth national team player. He plays for the youth national team.
Like I think it's curly hair. Yeah,
he's a good player.
Fabian, it's good. This is good. This is the predicting the future, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Fabian. Done. You have any other question, Caito Milagres?
And I do, if I remember correctly, you got a cap with the national team, right?
I did.
And what was that like?
Well, I did not get a cap with the senior team.
Yeah.
I made the roster. It was actually here in Orlando. I was kind of sad that I didn't get to make the cap in front of the city, but it's okay. It's just it was a good feeling to be with them. Obviously, because I worked really hard, and they saw that and they brought me in, and I haven't been back ever since. But I'm grinding to get back there. But there, like the level of professionalism was just like high. Those guys they're the best. They're the top guys in the U.S.
So who did you play with? Was like Pulisic there at that time, or
Pulisic was not there. Pariola was there. Jesus Ferreira. They didn't bring in any European guys. I think it was mainly American based. Brandon Anderson was there. Who else was there? I mean, it was a lot of I think it was just mainly like American based. They wanted to keep American based just because they had a lot of the guys that they had big games that they couldn't fly down for.
And what was that feeling for you when you how did you get the call up to go with the national team? They call you?
Well, so first they had a camp between the U23s and the first team. So we were all together. U23s and the first team were all trained together. And they were preparing for the game against Trinidad and Tobago. And I think it was like 40 guys, and they only took 20 guys for that game. And I fought, and I was fighting for that spot. And I was one of the 24 guys in the final roster. There was only 20 guys, so I was happy that I was able to make that final roster.
It's good.
Yeah. But how did you get notified? Was it like
they call you?
Yeah, they call you, or how does that work?
They call you. Yeah, you have to just do well, because like everyone's watching. Not only are the U.S. watching, but like other teams in Europe are watching.
But they give you a call and you were at home, or
they went through my agent.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when they started texting me and giving me details. But yeah, I think when I got that call, I was like the happiest. So happy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What was the happiest moment? The title 2 weeks ago or the call? It's unfair to ask that.
The title for sure.
No, okay.
The title for
the
sure.
title for sure.
The title for sure.
Seeing your family there and the whole
for
picture.
Well, hopefully you guys can get into the MLS Cup and make a good run for it, if not win it. Make it 2 trophies for the year.
That would be...
That's the goal, right? That's the dream.
Goal.
Yeah. But thank you so much, Benji Michel, for coming. So if you can, this is your camera. If you can do the final consideration, like the kids, the players that is watching you that want to become a pro, what is your advice for them?
My advice for these kids that are, upcoming future that wants to be a professional soccer player, you know what you want. You just got to stay focused, grind, and take advantage of, the trainers that they have here, Kyle, Mitch, Saul. Take advantage of them because, they're here to develop the youth. They're here for you guys, so take advantage of it. It's really good training, and just stay focused, and, sky's the limit for you.
Oh, you're gonna clip that. Thank you so much, Benji, once again. Caito,
we done.
Anything?
No, we done. Thank you so much, Benji. Congratulations again.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
I hope you like the medal. E vamos que vamos. See you on the next show, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, thank you, High Soccer Academy, High Soccer Prospects, and High Soccer Arena for being our sponsor. So we are looking for another sponsor for this year and the next season.
Maybe Frenchie the Bulldog.
Oh, can be discovered. Thank you so much, guys. Blue Machine glasses available in Publix, Walmart, or you can call Caito Milagres. See you.
Ciao.